NEKO WORKs。ネコパラボリューム4。猫とパティシエのノエル。
Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of NEKOPARA Vol.4 on Nintendo Switch.
ゲームデータをゲームをロードしますが、大丈夫ですか？
I peer down from the bridge. Darkness. All I can hear is the sound of the running river. I feel I can make out the moon's reflection on the water surface. No, wait. Is that just a streetlight? I peer deeper below the bridge to confirm. Oh, holy crap! I suddenly get tackled and nearly fall into the water below. Azuki? You almost made me fall in. Why in the world would I ever do that? I woke up in the middle of the night, so I was just taking a little walk. No, I mean, I guess what I was doing was sort of misleading. If you're that worried, want to join me for my walk?
たく、しょうがねえな。夜はこんな感じなんだな。
Aren't you cold, Azuki?
平気だ。カショウこそなんで夜中に出かけんだ？どこも閉まってんぞ。
Just like I told you before, I just so happened to wake up.
まだ悩んでんのか？
No. Oh, well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Everyone's got one or two worries on their minds, you know?
温泉宿で夜に目が覚めちまうほどはねえよ。少なくとも私には。
So, why did you get up, Azuki? Is it because I got up?
私はしぐれの兄様って叫び声で起こされたんだよ。
Huh?
寝言だったみてえだ。寝直そうと思ったんだけど、カショウがいねえのに気づいてさ。
Apparently, Shigure was sleep shouting for me after I left the room. So you went out of your way to come looking for me?
外靴がなかったからな。普通じゃねえだろ、こんな夜中に。
Sorry, I really just needed to clear my head.
悩みってまだコンビニスイーツのことで？
No, I'm good on that front now. It's just that I've been thinking back on everything up until now, and I'm almost positive that there's something I'm still lacking.
カショウの今までのことって？
After I graduated college, I studied abroad in France. Graduating and taking over the family business with no other options on the table wasn't satisfactory to me in the least. I wanted to broaden my horizons. I don't want you to get the wrong impression, though. It's not like I hate the Minaduki Japanese-style sweets, got it?
分かってるよ。カショウが親父さんに敬意を払ってることも。
On a Patty Street corner is where I first encountered my mentor's cakes. In my mentor's shops, I ate those impressively delicious Western-style sweets and saw the smiles of the patrons there. Thought to myself that this is exactly what I was in search of.
水無月の和菓子屋にはないものか？
Minaduki shop doesn't have seating for patrons. The majority of the Japanese sweets they make are sold in department stores after all.
ああ、そういやな。
I pleaded with my mentor to take me as their apprentice and learn the ways of Western confectionaries from them. When my study abroad was nearing an end, my mentor told me, I've already taught you everything. Although personally, I don't feel as though I've matched my mentor's distinct flavor in the slightest. Last thing they told me was that all I needed to do was work on completing what I learned on my own.
そういうもんか？
This isn't a factory where everything needs to be exact same, or it needs to be the exact same. Without any personal flair, there's no point in a person even making it. That's what I was told.
なるほどな。
I planned on running my own shop once I got back to Japan, which is why I made the request to my mentor. I requested that I'd be allowed to use the name, and they gladly obliged.
のれん分け、免許改伝ってわけか。
That's how the name of the shop became La Soleil. In French, it sounds kind of odd, but
妙なのか？フランス語とかわかんねえんだけど。
oh, right. Soleil by itself means the sun, and the sun is what they call a masculine noun, so it's normally written as Le Soleil.
へえ。
But my mentor is female. She apparently tacked on da, reserved for feminine nouns, there instead.
そもそもなんで太陽なんだ？
There's apparently an origin behind the name, but she never gave me a clear answer to it. Seems like something she wants to keep private. She lives by herself now, but she once had a husband and a son, so I assumed it has something to do with that.
ふむふむ。まあ言いたくねえことだったら無理に聞いてもな。
Yeah, that's my logic. I was taught many things by way of my mentor. Really, all sorts of things. When it came to Western sweets, I had pride. I had confidence. And yet I was shown up by the whipped cream my father threw together despite him never so much as mentioning Western sweets before.
そんなに差があったのか？
Yeah, compared to anything I'd make, the flavor was much more clear and distinct, closer to what I'd consider ideal.
歌唱の理想ってその師匠の味なんだよな。
That's right. I guess in the end, my dad and my mentor are the real deal. I'm just a phony trying to mimic them.
なんだよ偽物って。
You heard my dad say it, that my cooking has no core. What did he mean by core? I wonder. And brooding over that fact brought me to say that convenience store sweets just might be better.
歌唱らしいけどな。結局のところ歌唱自身が納得いくまで突き詰めるしかねえんじゃねえか？
Yeah, that's what I think. I keep thinking to myself, how can I make my sweets even better?
私も協力してやるよ。何でも言ってくれ。
Thank you. Speaking my mind has taken a load off. But I think it's time we head back now.
そうだな。すっかり冷えちまった。
Sure does make me want to take another bath.
だな。あ、風呂に入るだけだぞ。本当に風呂だけだかな。
Okay, I got it, I swear.
ネコパラ。
It's the day after we came back from our hot spring trip. Today is another day with business as usual. Oh, are you putting up the posters?
あ、お兄ちゃん。これお姉ちゃんから貼っておけって言われたんだ。もしかして間違ってた？
Oh, no, you're fine. Thank you for doing it.
よかった。
Azuki just so happened to be there when I remembered that I was supposed to put up those posters, so I ended up asking her to do it without much thought. But in retrospect, that'd be a tough job for Azuki. After all, it wouldn't help us any to have posters below eye level.
僕こういうの得意だから大丈夫だよ。
You do have height on your side. I appreciate it, Coconut.
えへへ。
But aren't you uncomfortable working out here in the cold?
ちょっと寒いけど平気だよ。あ、肉がついてるからじゃないよ。
I'll make you some hot cocoa when you're done.
本当？やった
I look towards the poster that Coconut is in the middle of hanging up. Neighborhood Association Christmas event, huh?
うんうん。広場で生演奏とかトークショーとかあるみたい。楽しそうだな。
Runs from afternoon to evening, huh? It's unfortunate, but we won't be able to make it.
そうなの？
This is the first Christmas since La Soleil opened, so you probably don't know, but cake shops are a war zone during Christmas.
戦争？
Christmas is the day where cakes sell the most in Japan. Strictly speaking, the night of the 24th, Christmas Eve. A patisserie like ours is no exception. We're going to be busy with all the delivery orders too.
そうなの？
This is our first time, so I don't know exactly how many customers we'll have coming, but I even heard that depending on the shop, you can end up selling out half of a year's worth of stock on Christmas alone. That's how busy it gets. A lot of houses will be throwing Christmas parties with a cake as the centerpiece to their tables.
クリスマスパーティーやったよね。楽しかったな。
Yeah, back at the Minaduki house.
お兄ちゃんが作ってくれた料理すっごい美味しかった。
Glad to hear it. This year, I don't think we'll be able to indulge, though.
そっか。
Cheer up. Why don't we have some Christmas cake after we close up shop?
あ、やった
But I'm having doubts that it'll be enough for you, Coconut. Maybe I'll prepare a turkey, too.
ー。ターキー？
At the party we had before, do you remember that big roasted bird that was there? There's a turkey. Well, that's a turkey.
覚えてる。すっごい美味しかった。
In the United States and Great Britain, it's customary to eat them, or for them to eat a turkey for Christmas like that. In France, a lot of families eat boudin blanc, kind of white sausage instead. Once they're back home from evening mass, they eat some warm boudin blanc with sautéed apples. Then comes soup, and for the main dish, steak with a hearty serving of potatoes. You start eating during the evening, and by the time dessert rolls around, it's already the 25th.
クリスマスのごちそうっていろいろあるんだね。またやりたいな。またパーティーやれるなら今度はお父様とお母様も一緒がいいよね。
Speaking of which, my parents were out the last time we had a Christmas party, weren't they?
お父様はパーティーとか好きじゃないのかな。
Not sure myself. I don't remember him ever saying that he was against them, though. After all, he does have a soft spot for Shigure.
そっか。じゃあ一緒にできるといいね。
Yeah. By the way, is there anything specific you want, Coconut?
あ、クリスマスのプレゼント？
Yeah, I was gonna make sure to tell Santa-san to bring it to you.
大丈夫だよ。もうしぐれ様にお手紙を渡したから。
Huh? I see. Well, I guess you know about Santa-san then.
僕ももう子供じゃないからね。
Right.
しぐれ様から頼んでもらうんじゃなく、ちゃんとサンタさんにお手紙を書いたんだ。
Huh? By a letter, do you mean a letter to Santa?
そうだよ。
Right. Yeah. Yeah, great job, Coconut.
僕、いい子にしてるよ。ね
Of course. Why, you always help out with the shop like this, after all.
え。やった。
Did any other cat girls write a letter?
みんなで書いたよ。
I see. Everyone, huh? Azuki and the others, who have already caught wind of the truth, are probably helping keep the tradition this year too, I guess. Coconut pastes another poster onto the window pane and looks at it.
クリスマスパーティー、またやりたいな。あ、お店のお手伝いが嫌なわけじゃないよ。
Huh? Oh, yeah. That's when Azuki comes out from the shop.
おーい、バカなこと言ってんなよ、ナッツ。ケーキ屋がクリスマスにパーティーやってる余裕ねえだろ。
わかってるよ。でもしぐれ様もお母様もお誕生日パーティーの時すごく楽しそうだったから、きっとクリスマスパーティーをやったら喜ぶだろうなって。
しぐれとおかみさんはそうかもな。でも親父さんはお祭り騒ぎみてえのは好きじゃねえんじゃねえの。
そうかな。
またあんな雰囲気になっても微妙だろ。
I recall what happened on my mom's birthday.
お父様はどうしてお兄ちゃんのケーキを食べてくれなかったんだろう。食べたら絶対に美味しいって言うのに。
カショウが負けを認めたからだよ。
お兄ちゃんはすっごくケーキを作るのがうまいけど、美味しいものは美味しいって言うじゃん。
いや、それとこれとは。なんで違うんだ、カショウ。
That's not really a question I can answer. I don't understand my father's thinking. But I do know that running away forever isn't going to solve my problems. Even now, every time I remember what happened that night, the thoughts start brewing in my head. But unless I can get my dad to recognize my own flavor, I'll be stuck with this nagging sensation in my heart forever. I'm also making the cat girls worry way more than they should over me. Christmas will be busy, but it's not like we'll be open too late or anything. I don't see the harm in delivering a cake to the Minaduki house after store hours. There's still a few days until Christmas. This time, I'll make the best cake I can possibly make.
話は聞かせてもらいました。うわっ！
急に出てくるなよ、しぐれ。
Hey!
兄様が決意してくださるのをずっと待っておりました。
That's so.
私は兄様の勝利を信じています。
Thank you. I'll do my best to and make an even better cake than last time.
ケーキ以外の準備はお任せください。兄さん。
Right, okay. You can handle the cooking this time around. I'll focus on the cake.
任されました。今年もクリスマスパーティーを開くために万全な計画を立てています。
I see. So you're looking forward to another one this year, huh?
おっと、私のことより今は兄様のなすべきことに集中してくださいませ。
Gotcha. Thanks, Shigure.
え？ということはクリスマスパーティーができるの？やったー！
おいおい、大丈夫かよ。まあ、歌唱が決意したなら私は応援するけどさ。
Afternoon. Tea time comes to a close and the amount of customers dwindles down to a handful. I let the cat girls handle the shop as I coop myself up in the kitchen. I taste test the cake I've made. I think it's delicious. In terms of a cake I would serve to customers, there's absolutely no problem with it. But there's still something missing.
カショー？
New grapes!
何度も呼んでるんだから返事くらいしなさいよ。
Sorry, Maple. I wasn't paying attention.
失礼しちゃうのね。すっごく怖い顔してうなって犬になったのかと思ったわ。
Was that really the expression on my face?
少なくとも美味しいケーキを食べている時の顔ではないわね。
Yeah. I'm not going to refute that I wasn't in that state of mind. I pat down my own face.
頬にクリームがついたわよ。
Maple uses her fingertip to stroke around my mouth. Her fingers are smooth and elegant, yet still supple at the same time. Maple licks the whipped cream she wiped off.
美味しいと思うけど。
I don't think you can really get a taste for it like that. Why don't you give it a proper taste test and tell me what you think?
私でよければ。
Here it is.
見た目はおしゃれね。
In a good way?
いいと思うわ。美味しそう。
Maple takes a tiny scoop with a fork and brings it to her mouth.
相変わらず美味しいわね。
Is it?
こんなに美味しいのに何を悩んでいるのか私にはわからないんだけど。
But it's plain, isn't it?
普通？
It's, I don't know, plain. That's how it feels to me.
どうかしら。ちゃんと印象に残る味だと思うし、カショーのケーキならではの特徴もあるんじゃない？
That only my cakes have?
誰でもこのケーキを見たら綺麗だって思うし、食べたら美味しいって言うでしょ？みんなが笑顔になるケーキを作りたいって、あんたはいつも言っているじゃない。
Yeah, that sentiment hasn't changed. But there's still something I'm hung up on. Dad said my cooking lacked a core. He said that the phrase bringing smiles to people's faces was something I ran behind. My dad always speaks with a purpose, especially when it comes to cuisine. Running behind them? While cooking like Sakura? What does that mean?
私にはさっぱりだけど、みんなを笑顔にすると思うのがダメなら、そう考えないで作ってみたら？
Huh?
だって、試しに作っているのでしょ？お客さんに出すわけではないのだし、いいじゃない。
Good point. Now that she spells it out like that, I realize that I never baked with that idea in mind. Not baking for everyone. Just baking for myself, huh? Right, now that I've finished...
また、私なの？
I'd like you to compare it to the last one.
頼られるのは嫌じゃないし、美味しいものは好きなんだけど。いえ、大丈夫よ。なるほど。私はこっちの方が好みね。ガツンと甘くて香りも強くて主張が強いのは嫌いじゃないわ。味の統一感という意味ではちょっと荒削りな感じもするけど。
I see.
でもカショウのお父様に食べてもらうならさっきのケーキの方が合うんじゃないかしら。
Yeah, probably.
洋菓子を食べ慣れていて濃い味が好きならいいと思うわ。
But I'm afraid I'm not sure how it'd fare as a Christmas cake for the whole family. My preferences aren't anything really all that special. I know I say it's for everyone, but I guess it's not like it's too far off from my preferences. I've honed my senses so that I can make out if something tastes good after all.
つまりカショウの好みで作ってもそう変わらないってことね。ふにゃー、2人だけで美味しそうなもの食べてる。ご主人様、ショコラを呼んでくれないなんてあんまりです。たまたま通りかかったから味見してただけよ。ショコラも食べてみれば？
Yeah, you give them a try too, Chocola. Both the one I made earlier and the one I made just now.
いいんですか？やったー。ケーキが食べられると聞いて。
Hey, Vanilla, how's the shop doing?
今はシナモンが馬車馬のごとく働いている。問題ない。それは問題ないのかしら？なになに？みんな集まってどうしたんですか？あ、馬車馬。あにゃー、私は猫ですよ。
Who's minding the shop?
あずきとココナツがコマネズミのように働いてるから。
Right. Well, it should be break time anyway, so I guess it's fine. Could I get you guys to taste test for me then?
ふにゃー、いただきます。いただく。いただきます。おいしいです。おいしい、おいしい。なるほど。紅茶が欲しくなりますね。そうだよね。ご主人のケーキは相変わらず絶品。私の好みはこっち、ね、ショコラは1個目の方が好きです。私はどっちも好きですよ。ショコラもどっちも大好きです。
Thanks. There's not that big of a difference between them.
みんな美味しいって言うわよね。カショウの言い分もわからなくはないけど。カショウさんの言い分って何ですか？どっちのケーキも普通じゃないかって。 こんな美味しいケーキは普通じゃないと思います。これを普通と思うのは贅沢。でもカショウさんがそう思うのでしたら、普通じゃないケーキを作ってみたらどうでしょう。なるほど、それは面白そうね。はい、ショコラ考えました。
Huh?
自信あります。
If you insist, I'll guess I'll give it a shot. Chocola's a really big fan of sweet things, and she's eaten several of my cakes. It's possible that she might have some sort of discovery. I follow Chocola's orders and try making a cake for them. I sandwich a chocolate mousse with chocolate sponge cake, frost it with chocolate cream, and decorate it with chocolate. I'm pretty sure chocolate should be safe to eat for cat girls, right? This chocolate cake has enough, well, chocolate to warrant those concerns.
じゃーん、ショコラのスペシャルショコラモーニングスターです。
What was chocolate?
微妙に物騒な名前になってるわよ。命名が適当なショコラも可愛い。うわ、美味しそうですね。
Well, I think the taste should be just fine.
カロリー高そうね。いただきまーす。ショコラが考えてご主人が作ったケーキ。
Try not to overthink things and give me a taste test, okay?
チョコね。すっごくチョコレートケーキですね。美味しい。至高。素晴ら。ご主人様、これ美味しいです。
Yeah, it exudes chocolateness in more ways than one.
ちょっとくどそうと思ったけど、同じような味でも食感の違いだけでこうも変わるのね。でもショコラ好きにはたまらないかもしれないわね。ダメでしたか？
It's a bit on the extreme side, but it was a bold idea that I'll take for future reference. Thank you.
美味しかったわよ。やったー、ショコラやりました。じゃあ次はバニラ。任せて。
A snow white rare cheesecake with the smell of vanilla extract drizzled with melted chocolate.
名付けるならショコラかわいいかな。
Does that name have anything to do with the cake?
斬新な外見ね。お醤油をかけた冷ややっこみたいな。あ、それだ。
Well, I was hoping for a change after all. It has a fresh and novel appearance, at the very least.
食べてみると、味は普通かしらね。バニラの香りが強いからそこは好き嫌いが分かれそうだけど、私は好きですよ。ショコラ美味しい。ちょっと苦い。
You're right. It does taste more bitter than I expected.
私は好き。甘めの紅茶には合うかもね。ジュースもいいかもですね。うっとり。
Honestly, it's hard to call this a cake that brings smiles to everyone's faces. But seeing Vanilla, who's not very expressive, with faint hints of joy on her face, has left quite an impression on me.
次はシナモンね。じゃあメイちゃんも一緒に考えようよ。私はいいわよ。普通のケーキが好きだもの。言っておくけど、メイプルをかけたケーキなんて作ってもらおうと思わないからね。私はメイプル好きだよ。一緒に考えよう。もう分かったわよ。
I make the cake that Maple and Cinnamon come up with as well. It's a black tea chiffon cake.
普 普通って言わないでよ。
But the taste is pretty creative, I'd say.
そうね。紅茶のケーキって意外と紅茶と合わないというか、味が似通ってていまいちなのよね。そういうのが好きという人もいるけど、だからあえてフレーバーの強い紅茶のシフォンケーキを考えてみたのよ。確かに紅茶が欲しくなる感じ。紅茶の香りの中にバターの風味が添えてある生クリームがよく合うよね。おいしい。これ美味しいわよね。でも作ってもらってなんだけど、味としては紅茶のスコーンだから新しくないし、主役がケーキじゃなくて紅茶のような気が。
You may be right, but I think this cake suits your personality, Maple.
そうかしら。視覚転倒って言いたい？
No, I meant what I said.
冗談よ。次はシナモンの番ね。真面目に考えたかしら。お花だ。あら、花の形のケーキ？花びら一枚一枚作ってあって凝ってるわね。
It was not easy, let me tell you.
さすが歌唱さんです。私のイメージを完璧に再現されてます。このお花はね、ここにおしべとめしべっていうのがあってね。
Oh, so those are the stamen and the pistil.
知ってた。シナモンらしいわね。おしべとめしべがね、愛し合ってぐちょんぐちょんにぐちょんぐちょんになると赤ちゃんがね。
Ah, cinnamon.
ケーキをぐちょんぐちょんにしないで。食べ物で遊んじゃダメだよ。ケーキで発情してんじゃないわよ。発情にあって、私真剣にケーキのことを考えて。真剣に考えるとおしべとめしべになっちゃうのね。
Right, well, putting Cinnamon's intent behind this aside.
花びらふわふわして美味しいです。さすがご主人。おしべとめしべのところはちょっと食べにくいけどね、精神的に。
Being particular about the shape of what you're making is an important quality. Flavor tends to change based on your feelings, you know.
何か参考になったかしら。まあなってないわよね。
No, I think a more flexible idea like this was just the thing I needed. I can apparently get pretty hard-headed.
頭が硬いんですか？頭突き。
That's not what I meant by that. Anyway, I'll give things more thought.
また試食が必要なら呼んでちょうだい。いつまで興奮してるのシナモン。仕事に戻るわよ。待ってめいちゃん。ご主人様ごちそうさまでした。ショコラ仕事に戻ります。ごちそうさま。
I give them a nod and watch the girls all leave the kitchen. I look over all the test cakes. The cakes, which I felt all had their own sense of personality up until a second ago, all seem to have lost their luster. What's going on? It's a strange feeling. The cakes losing their charm isn't a positive thing. However, I continue to stare at them in a positive way, as if there's something important in the test cakes. Break time, 3 days later.
うにゃー、今日もご主人様はキッチンから出てこない。
いつ寝ているのか。
なんか寂しい。ご主人様いっぱい悩んでるのに。
ショコラはいっぱい手伝ってる。すっかり仕事に慣れて、今はいっぱい働いてる。
頼まれた下準備をしたり、洗い物をしたり、もちろんお客さんも案内したり。ショコラいっぱい頑張ってるよ。
えらい。
でもどうすればご主人様のケーキがもっと美味しくなるかなんて、わからにゃいよ。ご主人様のために何かしたい。何かしたい。何かしたい。何かしたい。何かしたい。何かしたい。何かしたい。
落ち着いて、ショコラ。
落ち着いたら何かできる？
The break room door opens.
こらー、大声を出すな。店まで聞こえちまうぞ。
Azuki and Coconut come into the break room. However, Coconut looks a little odd.
ココちゃん、何かあった？何？だったの？ナッツのアホがサボってやがったんだ。ほんと？
おかしい。
ココちゃん、いつも出前に行ってるし、お店にいるときはお掃除とか洗い物とか。
いつも働いてる。
出前の時に、とか？
それはないと思う。行き先を考えると、いつも最速に近い。
だよね。いつも頑張ってるよね。
間違いない。
そうだよ。いつも頑張ってんだよ。ふにゃ？
ああ、なるほど。
おかしいだろ？全員同じだけ休憩を取るようにシフトを組んでるのに。
確かに、サボってたね。
ナッツのやつ、休憩したふりして働いてたんだ。
言われてみると、休憩室でココナッツを見たことがない。
そういえば。休憩するのも仕事のうちだぞ。無理して働いて体調を崩したらどうすんだ？ごめんなさい。組んだシフトで店が回るかどうかも私が把握しないといけねえんだ。お前が無理して回してて、いざって時にいなかったら店はどうなるんだ？代わりを入れて回るはずのシフトで実は店が回らないって事態になっちまうんだぞ。店のため、カショウのため頑張りたいって気持ちはわかるけどよ。僕のせいだから。何？僕がクリスマスパーティーをまたやりたいなんて言ったから。そいつはきっかけだろ。いつかは向き合わなきゃいけなかったんだ。
そう思う。
カショウがこの道を進むのなら避けては通れねえだろ。大丈夫だよ、ココちゃん。ショコラ？ご主人様はきっと美味しいケーキを作ってくれるよ。だってご主人様だもん。ご主人様のお父様にいつかうまいって言わせてみせるって。そう言ってたから大丈夫だよ。ショコラ。信じてる。ショコラもご主人様のこと信じてる。もちろんやっぱりご主人様のために何かしたいんだよ。でも無理したら かえって迷惑かけちゃうかもよ。そうだよね。ごめんなさい。
ショコラ、えらいえらい。
ふにゃ？なに？バニラ。
ショコバニのくせに一丁前なこと言いやがって。まあ言いたいことは言われちまったから、お説教はもういいや。ナッツ、出前に行って冷えただろ。あったかい紅茶でも飲むか。
ありがとうお姉ちゃん。
飲むなら自分で用意しろよ。
入れてくれる流れじゃなかった？
ショコラが入れてあげるね。
ありがとうショコラ。
二人の仲まで気遣った？何のことだ？それにしてもカショはキッチンから出てこねえな。ちゃんとケーキは作ってるから店は問題ねえけど、あいつこそ休憩を取らねえといけねえんじゃねえか。おめえらのシフトは私が組んでるけど、カショは言うことを聞かねえからな。
何かできないかなお兄ちゃん。
ネコパラ。
It's no good. This doesn't help change anything. Why?
カショ？
Huh? I take a breath to regain my composure. Close call. I'm gonna start shouting in front of everyone.
ドキドキ。
Maple? Cinnamon? You guys are still here? I thought that the shop would be closed by now, but here they are.
レジが合わなかったわ。あずきは細かいこと気にすんなって言ってたけど、
気になって私たちで数え直してたんです。
It's rare that our stock sold doesn't add up with the money in the register. If it's too much of a difference, it could be a problem, but how much didn't add up?
1円。
I can see why she told you not to worry about it then. If it's just 1 yen, then it might just be a miscount, or it might have fallen somewhere without anyone noticing.
あら、よくわかったわね。
レジ台の下に落ちてたんですよ。
Actually, good on you guys for finding it.
めいちゃん、一度やりだすと絶対に最後まで諦めないタイプですから、床に這いつくばってでも見つけないと帰れないと思いまして。
他の猫たちは帰ったんだし、シナモンも先に帰っていいって言ったでしょうに。
めいちゃん置いては帰れないよ。
Maple, you really don't have to sweat 1 yen.
レジを一番触っているのはカウンターにいる私でしょ。合わないなんて恥だわ。
でも他の子もレジをやることはありますし、めいちゃんの休憩中とか。
わかってるけど、ところでカショは帰らないの？
I could go home, but everything, including this shop, is basically my home.
明日の朝も早いでしょ。部屋に戻って休んだ方がいいんじゃなくて？
Did you come here because you wanted to say that?
そういうわけではなく、報告のついでよ。ついで。
新作ケーキは順調ですか？
順調だったらこんな時間までこもってないでしょ。
Well, I'm starting to get to the point where even I can't really tell. Want to give it a taste? I present them with the test cake I just finished baking.
じゃあいただくわね。
わーい、約束です。
Maple and cinnamon taste test. It's no good, is it? I knew it. I've come to that realization. I realize that piling on different techniques has just made the flavor go south.
独特な味と言いますか。迷っていることは伝わってくるわよ。
I'm getting antsy. The more I keep pursuing, the further I feel myself getting from my goal. It's gotten so bad as of late that I'm even second-guessing myself when I bake the cakes I make on a regular basis.
カショウさん。
Okay, why don't we stop it there
ゲ
for
ームデ
today?
ータを
This
セーブしま
is
すか？
Apostrophe, and you've been watching NEKOPARA Vol.4 on Nintendo Switch. Once again, this is the family version, so you're not going to get any of that other stuff. But you will get a really good story and really adorable cat girls and pretty dramatic twists that go on here and there as we get later on in the story. But as I said, we'll keep playing this until we get to the end, just like I did with the PC version. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.
タイトルに戻ります。ネコパラボリューム4、猫とパティシエのノエル。